If you have a younger brother or sister or cousin or friend down the road, then I'm sure that you are in great demand as a toy maker, right? Here's a simple toy that you can make with some odds and ends that you'll find around the home. All you'll need to have is 2 large safety pins, a large hair clip, a toothpick, a large screw, piece of cardboard, or maybe several, and 2 corks. What are you going to make out of those? You're going to make a rocking bird. How? Well, you'll need some tools. Here are the tools that you'll need. You'll need a safe cutting knife, such as this one, or a razor blade with a hard back. You need a pair of scissors, a pair of pliers that will cut wire, and some marking pens. That is all. And here's what you do. You start with the corks, and you mark out on one of the corks a halfway line that goes across the top, like so, and then down one side and all the way around, back to where you started. And on the other cork, you're going to cut a disc from the large end. So you make a mark all the way around like this, till you come back to the point from where you started. Then, with the knife, you will carefully cut those corks. Now, when you're doing this, make sure that you keep the blade well away from your fingers. In fact, it's a good idea to have an adult supervising this part of it. And don't hurry it. Do it slowly but carefully. Well, I've already done that part, and here's the cork cut in halves. There we are. And I've already done the other part with the second cork and cut a disc. And the 2 bits that I need, half a cork and a disc of cork. And I'm going to place them over on the edge of the table, ready for assembly. What do we need to do with the safety pins? Well, that's very easy. You simply open them up fairly wide and check to see that each one matches the other one. They're opened exactly the same amount, and they're ready for assembly as well. With the hairpin, what you need to do with that is to fold it out until it's almost straight as you can make it. When you've done that, take the pliers or the wire cutters and cut a section from the centre of it that's as straight can be and as long as you can get from the hairpin. There we are. If I cut it there and there, that's going to be an axle of a little wheel, and that should be about the right length. There we are. So that's ready for assembly. Toothpick. Oh yes, we have to do something with the toothpick. This is very easy. Simply take your razor blade or knife and carefully cut the toothpick in halves. There we are. It's started, and I can snap it the rest of the way. That's all I need to do, and the toothpick is ready for assembly. With the screw, I don't need to do anything. That's ready as it is. With the pieces of cardboard, this takes a little bit of time. You first of all draw and then cut out a bird. Any colour, any shape you like. I'm going to use the multicoloured one for this particular little toy. Everything is there, ready to be assembled, and this is very easy. All you do is take the safety pins first of all, and you place one down this end of the cork, you push it in until it makes a little triangle with the table like that. The head is resting on the table. At the other end of the cork, you do the same thing with the second safety pin. There we are. Now, the straight part from the hairpin is placed through the little disc to make an axle, as I said before. Check that it's straight, and you should have something that looks like a little wheel on the centre. That's going to be the base of the little rocking bird. Then comes the screw. Screw that into one edge of the disc of cork, and you can see that I've already started this, and screw it in fairly hard until it is quite securely attached to the cork there. That's going to be a sort of a weight at the bottom of the bird. Now, if you've done that, you should be able to attach the bird to the other side. This is where the toothpick comes in. Push it in on the other side of the cork, maybe a little towards one side, and then stick your bird to the piece of toothpick. You can do this with sticky tape, or you can cut a slot in the bird, or in this case I'm simply going to insert the toothpick between the body and the wing of the bird. There it is, all ready to go. All you need to do now is to place the axle into the circles of the large safety pins. You may need to just prise them apart a little to do that. And now, because most of the weight is underneath the point of support, the axle, the little bird should swing backwards and forwards if I just push him off centre and let him go. There he is. And he'll swing backwards and forwards for quite a long time. And you'll be the most popular toy maker in the neighbourhood.